here, the bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition, win the war, that's their mission. Not no mercy, see the rings like the street. If you don't know, you better find out the wolf pack. Here to prove a point, number one, just believe that you don't want to tussle with them or be avoid of them. Come in the ring with them, you're never walking out again. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack. Don't turn your back on the...
Oh my guys, we are back. Welcome, loyal viewers to season 2. Season 2 of the filler segment. I am Dan Williams here, and now we had a third member to our group. It's the one, the only, the boss man himself, Arthur. Big Arthur was shaking.
Man, good evening, everybody. Same old over here.
All right. So, it's been a while. It's been the better part of a year since we've been back.
Yes.
Well, since we've been gone, a lot's happened. One of us got married.
Oh.
One of us did. I'll take a wild guess.
Man. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Yes,
it's just me left now.
I was telling Crystal today, like, man, we've known each other since 2011. Like, that's something I'm working on this year, though. Yeah,
that was something I was working on in 2020, though, man. She just like me, though. I ain't even trying to go outside, but that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother show for a whole nother day. But guys, you know what? I'd be remiss if we didn't do this because everybody remembers this part. Remember, filler segment on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody. Tell your friends. Tell your girlfriends. Tell your friend's girlfriend. Who cares? We got a lot to cover today because today we've got to talk about the Royal Rumble.
Show.
We have got a lot to cover here. The comment section is open. We will be getting to all of that as soon as you guys can, jump in. The better. You know what? All the shenanigans and banter, only to a certain point, Ms. Bell. I'm looking at you. That's right. We're all looking at you. But remember, like, share, and subscribe. And let's just dive right into this Royal Rumble recap. And we're going to move from there. So, guys, all right. Now, I'm going to go a little bit early into this one. And I'm just going to say, to me, the Royal Rumble MVP, outside of the Royal Rumble match itself, had to have been Seth Rollins coming out to that Shield music, getting in Reigns' head. I mean, it was that right there. That match should have been saved for later on in the card. But I understand why it was first to set up the whole rest of the show.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, let's see.
That was for even for it to be so early in the show. That was my favorite part of the show.
Like, definitely my favorite part too.
That was my favorite part of the show because I'm a nostalgia buff. So, him, when I heard that, first I thought it was, he was just gonna play the first part and then come out to his own stuff. But when it kept going and there was nobody coming out that entranceway.
And he came all.
Yeah, you gotta be fucking joking, man. This dude is he is killing. This is the best version of Seth Rollins that I have seen. He
really is. He really is.
And I don't even like Batman like that, but this is pretty accurate. All he missing is the face paint.
Pretty much. I mean, Seth friggin' Rollins.
Second, fellas, I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Someone keep calling me, and y'all volume completely goes out if I don't refresh.
Oh, that's okay, man. You know what? Technology is new to some of us.
Yeah, my bad. I said I wanted a laptop, but Jane ain't giving it up.
It's all right. The boss man will be back. He's taking care of some boss man things. We'll put him back into this segment as soon as we can. And guess what? We're going to add him right now.
Thanks.
Here we go.
All right.
Okay, so, we're going to get back on this. So as we were saying, to me, Rollins was he was the MVP of this, to me, outside of the Royal Rumble match, and that's
definitely
that
match was so fulfilling for people that followed the Shield from the beginning, where Roman wouldn't let him go. He was like, "Let him go, Roman." He's like, "He won't let me let go." He wasn't talking about the submission. He was talking about Yeah, it was great storytelling. And truthfully, we all supposed to have been cheering for Roman because Seth broke up the Shield.
True.
Yeah, it was like I didn't know what to think
at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
he been clowning. You call him a clown, he come out dressed like the Joker.
Yeah.
You say he living in the past, he come out as the architect. Like Roman would rather face Brock right now. 101.
Yeah, then Seth Rollins again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, I'll probably get into this later, a little bit later when we cover the actual men's match. The thing of it was, it would have been a whole lot better if Mox, the Forbidden Door, would have been open and Mox was even in the crowd, just sitting in the crowd. I'm not saying he needed to be involved, but just sitting there, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh, I couldn't have took it. I was on tilt that whole match.
But then again, if you do something like that, then you taking focus. You're not leaving the focus in the ring.
No, you're not.
Right. But to be fair.
Right.
It would have added, you know, to it would have added to the story, I think, just because you know, if we're gonna go that route.
It's once a year, Will. It's once a year.
Yeah, true.
That's why everybody give vets passes in the Royal Rumble. It's just so you can see them again.
No,
you know,
no. I don't give all vets a pass. Some of them motherfuckers don't have no business being there.
I can agree with that.
Vets, even
at all,
they had no business being there. It was a couple years Kevin Nash limped his ass down there and didn't have no business. Like, yo, really?
And didn't he make the Final Four?
Probably by default because he was number 30 or somewhere between 28 and 30, but he wasn't like, you know, like on no Legends deal coming back. He didn't really make no big.
He didn't make noise. He was just kind of there.
He came back 1 year as a blonde. I think he was still under contract. That was when he was doing the Punisher thing. He came back as Diesel 1 year, and he came back like another year, just, you know, under his real name with the NWO thing. But 2 of them years, I'm not. Nope, you don't get no pass, bro. You ain't got no business out there. Bob Backlund, he was at nope. You don't get no pass. Nope. Edge, I don't care. Edge don't get no pass from me. I don't care if you want or not. No, he don't get no pass from me.
I mean, he started. Did you say Edge?
Edge, yes, I did.
You did say Edge.
No, the dude that started at number 1 and won the thing.
It's booking, man. Ain't nobody. He ain't. Come on.
Bro, the endurance to do an hour in the ring, bro.
Do you know what happens to
real.
the people who start one and end up resting most of the match?
Right.
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with it.
You know that they resting most of the match. He was one. He was the only other match that I didn't watch on Saturday.
Give you 3 guesses as to who that is.
Man.
Well, he was the only other match I didn't watch on Saturday. So Legends ain't getting the pass from me.
I know, bro. If you ain't a fan, you not. He get a pass from me because he on my Mount Rushmore.
Yes, I remember your Mount Rushmores.
Yeah.
All right, so you know, now that we've covered Seth Rollins, you know, being the MVP of the Royal Rumble, I mean, that whole match itself, I mean, yeah, great storytellers, great everything in that. It had everything that we wanted, and that match actually gave us high hope for the rest of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Which took a turn for the worst, and it became the Royal Fumble.
Yeah. Well, they fired the man in charge of all that, so.
Oh yeah.
I mean, at least they didn't just sit there on their hands and just say that's.
And just let it go. No, I know, but we'll crawl into that space later. So, all right, let's move on to our next match. Our next, why don't we go right into the Women's Rumble, because you know I think we kind of that's deserving at this point is to going into at least one of the Rumble matches. So this,
I mean, the women's match was second anyway.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the women's match, to me, again, that's another one that they could have had last.
Yeah,
that's another match they could have had last. I mean, with all the surprises, since we all knew who was coming out and when they were coming out. But you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't give props to all of them mothers that were in the ring. And then, I mean, we're not talking about like, you know, yeah, we have like a 7 and an 8-year-old at home. We're talking about no, they fresh off of having kids.
Yeah,
In
kids
that
probably
ring.
in the back.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You think old Kobe Lopez was back there with Baby Rue?
She didn't see the match.
No.
Becky, Becky said she didn't see the match because she was breastfeeding.
So there you have it.
Right.
Yeah, it was the better of the two rumbles. I know that much.
Oh yeah, it clearly was.
Could have been a little better. I feel like I seen at least 3 or 4 botches on like eliminations, botches on it because Melina wasn't supposed to go out there.
She wasn't supposed to go out like that. No,
that was just picking her up and put her on the other side of the apron, and then she's going to do something. You know, probably a chick kick or something. You know.
And I don't think Michelle McCool was supposed to get eliminated the way she did.
Oh no,
that elimination was a botch too.
That was a whole thing. Piggy James. That was a whole thing. We supposed to see them standing in the ring in the middle at one point to like acknowledge that.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't do it last year either.
At all, but I mean, I will say this: I did rather enjoy not only seeing Milfy James come out, but seeing her to come out to Hardcore Country and with the Impact title on WWE programming.
Yeah. Look,
that's really the forbidden door right there.
It is the forbidden door. Just because the men didn't do it, don't make it not the forbidden door.
No, I didn't say that. I wasn't implying that.
But I mean, from another promotion. I mean, I wasn't implying that you were saying that. I was just giving women their credit.
Oh, you have to. I know credit. I mean, you know, no, of course. I appreciate that. But I mean, you know, the Women's Rumble seems to be since its inception, you know, has outshined the Men's Rumble every single year.
Yeah.
I mean, is it fair to say?
Yeah. See, they can't cheat the women.
Well,
it gets the same amount of time as the men's. You see what I'm saying? Every 90 seconds. Like there ain't no 2-minute women's rumble and an hour men's rumble. No.
Yeah, I know. They're not bringing them out there every 30 seconds as opposed to like every 2 minutes with the guys, you know.
Right.
Just to kind of scooch it along. But, you know, all the surprises that were there, I mean, pretty solid. But then we have to get to the inevitable, which would be Ronda Rousey.
Not a fan.
I can't be a fan of that woman anymore. I just, if I ever was, I just can't do it. To me, she's just, I don't want to say that she doesn't belong, but she doesn't belong. She's used to like her combat sport where everybody's like spoon feeding her, you know, putting her up on this pedestal, and then you bring her to the WWE where the fans are established. They can pretty much tell whether or not, you know, you're bullshitting your way through it or you're actually doing it. Not saying that she's bullshitting her way through it, but her attitude just sucks.
Yeah, it does.
You know, especially about right there.
Yeah, she did. She was absolutely whining about being booed. Got backstage and was pissed off because she got booed.
Well, you know, exactly. She didn't pull any of that shit in the UFC. You know why? Because they marketed she was the UFC at the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, unfortunately for her, she's not the WWE. She did it, but she ain't it.
Right.
You know,
I mean, I understand what she brings to the table, but, you know, I don't like her attitude either. It's like her music hit and I was excited, and then it's like her, like, everything ever since then it's just been like a whole attitude.
So then I have right here in my notes, and this is definitely a question for the open-ended question. I don't care who starts this one. What would have made that Women's Rumble match better?
If Bianca Belair would have won like they planned at first.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say Bianca, but just to get another answer, if Bayley would have showed up.
I will. All right, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
We need Bayley. That's why, like, I know y'all tired of Charlotte, but it's because everybody else is injured that they could credibly take a belt off Charlotte from.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll take the Bayley return, and I'll raise you Asuka. If Asuka would have returned, that would have been.
Yeah,
I was,
okay.
I was
Well,
actually
you know,
expecting her. Yeah, I was
Lacey would
expecting
have
her
got
at
a
number
pop
30.
too.
Mm.
I know you're not a Lacey fan, but Lacey would have got a pop. I think the company actually favors Lacey over Charlotte. So if you tired of Charlotte, you need to see Lacey.
The company favors Lacey over.
Look, man, you saw
Ah.
that angle. Listen, hear me out. Y'all saw the angle they was doing before Lacey went out. She was for the pin Charlotte eventually. They was gonna do the whole
Maybe not right away.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. If you're doing you doing a program with Charlotte, man, you doing something. So that's why I figure they think highly of her.
Yeah, I get that. I mean,
I'm pretty sure our viewers know I'm a Charlotte fan.
now when
hold
go
on,
ahead,
Dan.
go ahead, go
I'm
ahead, go
just
ahead.
going to say, as big of a Charlotte mark as you are, that really came out of your mouth.
I know.
She's
I don't.
Charlotte Flair, man.
I don't give a.
Let's not forget she has 6 eliminations. You know what I mean? Nobody ever mentions that. I don't know why. Brie Bella was second
Because
with
Belair
4,
has
and
more.
Right, I was about to say,
Nikki
because
with
it's not
3.
the record. Because it's not the record.
If you count up her eliminations from both Rumbles, she could be pretty close. I'm gonna look it up. You know, if it's Charlotte, y'all, that's gonna be the first thing I talk about.
It was the season high. It wasn't the career high. It doesn't impress me.
Yeah. I mean, when we talking about the women's Rumble, you know what I mean? If somebody else threw out 6, I think y'all would have mentioned
Shayna Baszler and Bianca had 8 last year apiece. That's impressive.
Charlotte, yeah, 6, it was.
So Charlotte's 6.
8, right, after you see 8, like somebody, one of the guys could have got 10. Oh, Brock got 13. Braun got 15 in the 50-man Rumble. That one, okay, 10. Ooh. 10 and like 10 and like 19, 10 and like 90 and like 98.
Yeah.
10 and 98 would have been like, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
When
all them guys Hall of Famers.
Right, but I'm saying, right. When Kane got 11 in 2001, and then when Roman broke that, it was like, okay, yeah, that's impressive. Break it is impressive. Almost don't impress me.
I get you. I ain't gonna argue with you when you right on something. Yeah.
But 6.
He only got 6, and she didn't win, so you know.
Right. That most importantly.
Yes. Most importantly.
Was this one of those riddle situations where they had somebody else playing and then Ronda showed up?
Yep.
Who was supposed to win?
Bianca
was supposed to win that.
They took that from her?
For Ronda Rousey.
Well, I know Marky don't like that one. I know Marky don't like that.
She going to end up getting Becky anyway, because I think Ronda's going to pick Charlotte. But, you know, either way, I'm still trying to figure out how the hell. Well, we'll get to that later. We still got it.
Oh, yes, we do.
We
do.
So much to talk about.
No, there's a ton to talk about. Like, you know, we'll go right into the WWE title match between Bobby Moe and Brock Lesnar. Now, we're going to get into the match first, and then we'll get into the post-match, because the post-match is where we all have the big question mark. Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to. What question mark?
The question mark being, you know, well, I think it got resolved on Monday night, but it was like, what the hell were we going to do with the WWE title?
All right. Yeah. See now that okay. So since we're there,
we're there now.
Since we're there, do you still try to go with the Riddle versus Orton plan? Like, did you have Riddle win the Elimination Chamber and then, you know, then break the team up? Because Randy's, you know how Randy get when somebody close to him got what he wants.
When day turns tonight, Randy always turns on his partner.
Hey,
that's
come
it.
about that real quick. Come about that real quick.
That's how he pad his stats too. He's cool with Riddle getting that title, like he was with Drew getting it, because he know he gets to win a match and then lose it back. Pad them stats.
That's how he pad his stats. Yes,
that's how he pad his stats. Randy good at that. Who else do that? Ray did that with that 5-minute reign he had, man.
The 5-minute elimination of the group, huh? Yeah. And then it came back.
Yeah. You see, that's why they got rid of that championship scramble, boy. Them numbers could be ridiculous if they kept that match in play.
Yeah, because didn't the Brian Kendrick actually have like a WWE title reign at one point?
on
With
screen.
the scramble.
They don't give him no respect for it, man.
Right.
Nope.
Like literally on screen. That was about as long as it lasted, as long as it was on the screen.
Mm.
Mhm. I see some big eyes over there. He just read that. That would be Randy is like the Sasha Banks at the men's locker room.
What is that supposed to mean?
I have no idea what that's supposed to mean.
Could we get some clarification, man?
The boss? Is that what he's saying?
If that's the case, then no, that's not true because she ain't even running the women's locker room.
Nah.
With her Sailor Moon looking ass.
Ooh, did y'all see that little when Summer Rae came in and did her little taunt and then Charlotte just knocked it down and
So,
waved
yeah,
over to Natalia? Like I felt some like real heat there. Like they threw on her first, they knocked on her face and they threw out like she was nothing. When you come in the match, you get like a minute or something to offense, don't you?
Nah, I mean, it depends on who you are. It depends on how much they like you. See, Alicia Fox got her little, 2-3 seconds, and then it was what it was. But Summer Rae, that was probably like, nah.
She got totally Santino'd. She got Santino'd.
Yeah,
is what that is.
So did Molly Holly.
I know.
But it helps Nikki on some level because she doing that stupid superhero bad guy thing, and now she didn't beat up the original one. Just pushing it further.
So do we get a Mania match out of that instead of
no, man? Please, no.
I mean, even a filler segment.
We get Nikki versus Molly at Mania. I'm canceling. I saw what you did. If we get Nikki versus Molly at Mania,
Randy turn on you like Sasha. Yeah, okay. No, Randy the originator of turning on somebody.
Exactly. That's what Sasha's like the Randy Orton of the locker room. Randy, we was teenagers.
Oh, and did y'all? Well, we haven't even brought up the men's rumble. I'll wait.
We're getting there, but I mean, this WWE title situation is
right.
You know what I'm
they
pissed
have no
off
plan
about?
for it.
You know what I'm pissed off about that I just realized today? That the Elimination Chamber is in damn Saudi Arabia. Which
it's blood money.
Right, I'm gonna be at work while this is on live. Come on, man. Really? Couldn't you have just done it from like Hartford?
And that check be so big.
I don't care, man.
I know, bro. I'm just saying, if it was you and Vince was come on,
if it was me,
man.
we would have never went over there in the first damn place.
I feel you.
You're just asking for trouble going over there.
That's that blood money. I feel you.
One time to hold up my bread. It's just weird. You got one time to tell me my plane can't leave. Nah.
Yeah, it's real when they say that. It ain't no protection when they say that. Yeah.
It is what it is. But you got one time to hold my money up, and we ain't doing business no more, homie.
No.
Shit, 1%.
We'll give the rest of it back. Just
there ain't no rest of it. Damn, no. Give me all of what I came for, or we're not doing this no more. I'm not. You got one time to hold up my money.
Yeah. So, Big E not in the Elimination Chamber match.
The disrespect is real there, man.
Man, his fall is so fat. I mean, I really believe that his Rumble appearance has something to do with Kofi because once Kofi botched and he came in, it was just
it's
unceremonious.
Right, it's kind of hard to like change it on the fly with whatever you was gonna do.
Yeah,
maybe you could have left him in there for a little bit, gave him one elimination, but
he was the champion a couple of weeks ago. Like,
he was.
They did him the same way they did Kofi after Kofi ate that F5. That was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it. No rematch, no nothing.
No.
And that is sad.
And ain't sniffed the title since. Well, didn't Kofi have a title?
He had a title. Yeah, he had a title shot against Roman, but come on.
Ain't nothing new. Like here, we gave y'all what y'all want now. Whatever.
Now we're gonna do what we want.
Exactly. He still got to be happy. Well, fuck you, Vince.
Exactly. Exactly. And the unification seeds have been planted. It's gonna happen. The brand split hasn't worked. Never has. Never will.
No. It'll make both networks happy to have Roman on both shows or Brock or whichever one they want.
It'll be Brock because Roman already broke his record, so it'll be Brock. And then Brock can run his little unification record up, and they can bring that back. And last time the title was unified like this, Randy Orton, blah blah blah, John Cena, yada yada, Daniel Bryan. Well, maybe not Daniel Bryan, but
There you go.
Mhm.
Why don't we make this a fatal four-way if you're gonna use her over there? If you're gonna go Rock, Reigns, and Bobby, throw Big E in there.
Not the way he's being booked recently.
I know not the way he's being
Yeah.
booked.
He look weak in there now.
Exactly.
Like
So
he'd be
if
the first
you
person
wanna,
eliminated.
right, if you want to base it off of how you if you want to go forward, base it off of booking, you got to put Seth in there.
Yeah.
Granted, he's the only small dude, but he will bring a different dynamic.
He's the only small dude, but remember that small dude did beat up on Brock.
Yo, his ass to figure out a way to beat all three of their ass for real. Like he's
he's the architect.
They put that together. He'd mess around and win that match.
All right. Well,
any match Seth in, match he in.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys.
All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna step away from the Rumble for a second, and I'd be remiss if we didn't do this. This was one of my favorite segments. Was our lid of the week. What do we got, big man?
Yeah, I was gonna go in a different direction, but I don't know if no, it really it's one of those if you know situations. It's really kind of something kind of personal to me. I'll speak on it on Friday.
Yeah, you can speak on it whenever you want, man. No pressures here. Which also brings me to my old school player of the week. Since we're going in the Philadelphia Philly direction, we could go Mike Schmidt, but that would be too easy. So I'm gonna kind of not really too old school, but I'm gonna say the Jimmy Rollins special. Jimmy freaking Rollins.
Jimmy Rollins got the best baseball card ever.
Really
ever. You know what I'm talking about? Look it up. It'll probably be one of the first pictures you see of Jimmy Rollins on Google. Best baseball card ever. Straight up.
All right, we got a little comments too before we jump back into it. They're not going to end the split. They want to do Raw versus SmackDown at Survivor Series. Why? Because they're lazy.
I mean, they did it last year, Survivor Series. But if you unify the title, are you going to unify the Intercontinental belt and the U.S. belt, the tag team belts? Like, are you going to do everything or just unify it at the top? You going to unify the women's? When the hell is the women going to get a secondary singles title? Like, AEW done beat you to the punch on that already.
Yeah, they did.
It's like a 2-3-year-old company. They got a secondary women's singles title right now, y'all.
That's a Night of Champions type thing, then, right? For the unification.
Exactly. So if you do it, if you do it at the top, you're going to do it all the way across the board.
Yeah, you really do. And honestly, there's only one guy. There's only one guy in this whole Royal Rumble. Should he have won the Royal Rumble, would not have challenged for either of the world championships. He was going to challenge for the Intercontinental title, and that guy was Sheamus.
Is that the only one he hasn't won?
That's the only one he hasn't won. He's gotten the U.S. title multiple times.
Yeah.
And he's been a world champion. He's been a tag champion. He only needs that Intercontinental, and he has his Grand Slam.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
me neither. They need to go and get that to him. Sheamus is the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and I mean, we all know that Sheamus. From what I understand, I don't know if he's still wrestling on borrowed time because of consistent injuries. Because remember, not too long ago. He's not.
Sheamus is up there.
Yeah,
but
I remember when he first came out, I hated him.
We all did. We all did.
No, not me. I've always been a fan. He was one of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I became a fan when I seen him fall through that table. And my son was sitting there like, did he lose? And I was like,
yes, son, he lost.
Yes, son, he just lost.
Yes, son, he lost.
After 2 years of this hostage situation, this dude fell through it.
No, son, he didn't lose that table. That table broke. That table broke by itself. That's what happened.
Yeah, it did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he lost.
It wasn't the German announce table because that one didn't break for shit. It took maybe a year and a half for that announce table to break. A year and a half. The Spanish guys
forever since the beginning of announce table breaking, it's always been. Even when they used to have Chico at the Spanish announce table, Chico and what was the other guy's name? Hugo. Was it Hugo or Carlos? Or
I think it was Hugo.
Well, maybe it was Hugo and Carlos. I'm not sure. The Bez almost didn't win.
No, he almost won. I'm just kidding.
They handled that. I felt that they handled that okay enough for me. I just didn't want him to just like
dominate.
Brock come in and belly to belly him over the top. You know what I mean? Just completely killed the guy's
No, I don't think that
credibility.
I don't know if that would.
That would have made him look weak.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. As long as they didn't do nothing stupid like that. Like having 8 guys throw him out and the final person being AJ, that was like, okay.
I don't know who said that, but come on
Tim.
now.
That's Tim. That's Tim. Oh my God, Tim. Oh man.
Yeah.
He's not lying.
But as far as the WWE title picture was, I think that's what we was talking about.
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't really had no plan for it. You could just see how they dropped it from E. It's just that COVID thing, whether it was real or not, it was like it threw everything off. And
really did.
I don't know how they can't have this fixed so fast. I could book in I could book in 5 minutes.
Brock wasn't supposed to be the champion to begin with.
No.
Yeah.
No, he was not.
He took that Randy Orton padded stat real quick, held it for, a month. Go ahead and get someone else. I'm a legend now.
Give it to someone else for another couple weeks because you're getting it back at the chamber.
Yeah.
He's getting
I hope not.
He's going to get it back and they're going to unify.
I hope not. I don't want to see no title unification. I don't want to see Roman versus Brock again. I was pissed off when he speared him during that match. Man, why are we doing this? Why are y'all doing this to us again?
I know. We're all just like, come on.
Because y'all couldn't do it in the 80s with Terry and Jim. I mean, in the 90s with Terry and Jim. So y'all want to do it to us now? Like, come on,
man. Yeah, I mean, it's so many times you could watch the same thing. It's not.
How many times did we get Cena versus Orton?
Man,
my word.
How many times we get Edge versus Batista, or Edge versus Undertaker, or Batista versus Undertaker? Like, man, we get
that was every week on SmackDown.
Yeah, and every
just a different match
from 2005 to 2011. Come on, man.
Yeah,
we get it.
You get a match with the Undertaker.
Shit. Like I was hurt for him. Like I was ready for Undertaker to retire in like 09. Just hang it up, man. Just this hurts to watch.
It really did. And I mean, you know what? Unfortunately, booking has taken booking's been set back at least 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, if longer than cool, because booking has just been so lax.
Yeah. Yep. The only thing I'm missing is Vince Russo's pole match.
Oh well. Wait for Judy.
20 years.
Yeah, pretty much. 20 years. We're going to dig up Judy Bagwell's corpse and put it on a pole at this point. That's what we're going to do. But, I mean, we're about right there. I mean, nobody knows what the other Khan guy is doing in the WWE, but Nick Khan.
Right.
He's getting rid of people, and now he's like, okay, how are we going to field the Royal Rumble?
Yeah,
call Shane McMahon. Because Cesaro and Finn Balor aren't doing anything, so let's call Shane McMahon and Bad Bunny.
You know what?
Promote this damn movie.
I will say this: we could have kept Knoxville out of it. I'd have taken Bad Bunny 100 times over Knoxville. 100 times. Why? Because you know what? Yeah, he's for a novice. He pulled off a Canadian friggin' destroyer on the Miz on the biggest show that they had last year. I don't care, man. That was impressive. You just got to sit back and be like, okay. Knoxville just shows up and gets thrown. Ooh.
Yeah, he
could have done that.
Takes a big frog splash and thrown. Yeah,
that's it.
Me and Will had touched on that like under one of my posts. I wasn't saying that I'd rather have them. I was just saying I know why. I mean, we all know why they had those people. But as far as action, it didn't really help other than Bad Bunny, who I wouldn't mind him coming back as long as he can perform like that. But Knoxville, nah.
But to put Bunny in the final four,
that was by booking too because of what number he drew, so to speak. But
man,
if you was gonna end up, if you was gonna do that, if you're gonna have him in the match, bring him in midway. 16, 17,
Yeah, like 16 to like 22.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not even 22. 22 is too late. You can make it to the Final Four from 22.
That's true.
Shane came in looking like he was already 30 minutes into the match. Did you see he looked blew up already as soon as he started punching Drew. Like, why? Now that was one I was definitely like, now why is he out here? There's plenty of other people they could have put in. Obviously,
They said
Cesaro, Balor.
He had a issue.
Yeah,
with
Balor definitely. They definitely could have put Balor in there. You gonna always get a pop for Balor. I didn't even pop for Shane's music because I didn't want to see him. I wanted to see like serious threats because it was like.
No, exactly. When you're that
and it was late in the match.
When you're that late into the game, it has to be somebody with impact.
Right, Shane.
Yeah.
Or like if you're gonna do that, like bring Kane back. Okay, I'd have been okay with but I mean, but at that point, no. Listen, at that point, you know what? Would you rather Kane or Shane McMahon? And don't tell me neither. Oh, come on,
Shane McMahon. If it's between let Kane. No, hell no. Let Kane run his counter. Let him.
Man, stop it, bro.
Hell no. Let him.
Hell no. Leave the mayor where he at.
Yes, please do not make that man put the mask and wig back on. That's why he took it off because he was tired of wearing that shit. Do not.
All right, this is that comment's right there for you, Will, because
that ain't for me. That's
you
for
know
us, but I mean, it was.
No,
funny,
that's
though.
for you because you know what? I am on board with all of that, and
it was hilarious, and I don't blame her because her 90 days wasn't up yet. So
he's like, yeah, how about you come back?
Competing.
You
want me to compete? And my no compete clause, I'm not competing. I can't compete. So no, fuck off.
If she would have showed up with her 90 days restarted,
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Or would it avoid it and she wouldn't have got her money or what? I don't know.
Yeah, because she's saying she getting paid. She's getting paid anyway. She's still under contract. So like for them to ask her to come just insulted her or something, not a fan. So I just like half the article. Then I just left.
Okay, now the other problem I had with the men's rumble is we opened the forbidden door in the women's match. Why couldn't we do that for the men's?
Because nobody answered the damn phone. That's why.
Nobody opened the door. That's right.
Right. Nobody answered the phone. You're right. Nobody opened the door because he probably asked people via FedEx.
Yeah.
They're getting that this week. Yeah. They're getting that letter this week.
No matter how big any wrestling company thinks they is, WWE is the biggest. If they call you and ask for any one of your dudes, just to put like any type, a lot of people don't even know AEW exists. Believe it or not, I know a lot of people that don't know about AEW. I have to like tell them about it. Like only reason I know about it is because of y'all. But like you know what I mean. If you got a bigger promotion shining your promotion, I mean I don't see why you say even you send a scrub. I mean, but WWE wouldn't take a scrub, but like just to not answer the door like y'all just big time.
Go back and watch some old Royal Rumbles from the mid-90s. It was taking any and everybody then.
They were, man. I mean, they got.
But that was when they was in the position to like.
Oh, they brought everybody back. Bill Moskowitz came back.
Right.
Killer Cologne.
You got former women's talent telling you, no, I'm good. So I'm cool. No, I'm cool. Which means that you ain't really what you used to be. Like you used to be able to call like, oh yeah, I'll come back. Nah, bro, you just fired me, and then now you want me to no. You fired me, but you want me to come back as a temp. You fired me, but you want me to come back as a temp. Like make that make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Keep your
but hey, you know what my favorite part of the Royal Rumble was, right? When the WrestleMania sign caught on fire. They cleared out that whole bottom row.
Becky said they did it because she's so hot, man.
Nah, you can't say that. Wasn't nobody paying attention to your match anyway. Melted sign or not, wasn't nobody watching.
Yeah. Nobody was watching you and Doodoo Brown drop.
I mean, even if the sign hadn't melted, then they had to evacuate. Wasn't nobody watching that match.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure the place smelled like burnt WrestleMania sign at that point. You know what I mean? How can you really be into the match? That was the very next match.
I'm saying had it not happened, I don't think anybody really would have been into that match. That's the other match that I did not watch on Saturday. I wouldn't.
I'm a Dewdrop fan, so I wanted people to see her actually wrestle. You know what I mean? But it didn't none of that. She was doing Rikishi moves the whole match. Like I know you missed the match, so you didn't see that. She did the Rikishi driver. Stink. I mean, damn near the stink face damn near. Just like
I'm a fan.
I like her moveset.
I'm a fan. No, you don't. You like Dewdrop's moveset? Watch Piper Niven.
Yeah,
her moveset's
y'all got a problem with the name. I'm talking about Piper Niven. I'm a fan of hers. That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, but the name, they're trying to incorporate the whole different type of persona with the name. That's not. Let her be who she is.
The name should have left. The name should have left when Eva Maria left, and that's it.
Yeah.
When Eva Marie got cut.
When Eva Marie should have never bought her. Eva Marie should have never bought her ass back.
No, she shouldn't. She could have bought a ticket, and it would have made the same impact.
No,
right.
She got nothing out of me, even though you think that she was it. She was it. She was going to be the next big thing. No, not while there's a Charlotte Flair available. I'm sorry, man.
Even if it wasn't, man, she's she
terrible. Yeah, I play her. I play a mark to her all the time, but like I understand that she cannot wrestle. I see her. She will not take a bump. This is her money maker. She
a bump. Damn, they wear a mask like Carmella. She ain't.
I got so much respect for Carmella because she do. You know, what I mean, it's just her gimmick right now, but she do put that face out there.
I know Carmella is now like womankind now with that mask, right?
Yes. Yes. Oh,
womankind. Yep. Did she like break her nose or something? I mean,
I don't know. It's just a gimmick.
I know it's a gimmick, but you know,
it's a dumb one too. This whole like we haven't seen it before.
And this is where I'm going to use my platform to say, if anybody from the WWE is watching, Ms. Crystal Harrison Richmond would like a writing job, and she would bring it to the next level. Just saying, she'd bring that whole story to the next level, all of it. Piper Niven would have her name back. There would be no more dewdrops,
and we'd get out the hood too. So,
and you would get out. That's that right there's the more important part. That's all I'm saying.
Straight to Stanford, boy.
Right. We most importantly, we would get out the hood.
They need to be in Stanford or Windsor Locks.
No, that ain't much different.
No, I know it's not. That's the airport.
On the mean streets of Western Springfield, Massachusetts.
Better than the mean streets of New Bedford, man.
Right. I ain't been out there yet, but I'm pretty sure.
You're not missing much. You're not missing much.
Oh man. No, all right, it's like streets out here that will remind you of like Riverdale. Certain pockets out here where we're like, damn, I've been out here before. It's 135th and Kedzie. That's exactly what this is right here. This is the hood for real. And you would think, man, if you ever came, it would kind of remind you of certain pockets of home. It's ugly.
All right, guys. So, in your eyes, what would have made this Royal Rumble better? Besides, don't say better booking, because we all know that's the answer. But what could have made the Royal Rumble better?
If Riddle would have won like they planned.
If Bianca would have won like they planned.
Yeah. If Riddle would have blew the roof off of it, because St. Louis, you know what I mean? The fact that you don't think he's really going to win it, you know, like, yeah, that would have blew it out. Bianca, that would have been great too, but, you know, I expect Bianca to win. She's great. You know what I mean?
even though Charlotte was in the Rumble, you expected Bianca.
Yes. See, look, that's why I like Bianca. I'm all on Charlotte, man, because Charlotte got to wrestle these 4'11" women and make them look good the whole time, and everybody hates her because she's in every match. But like, if you put Charlotte in there with Rhea, Bianca, Piper, like just people her size, you know,
they already put her in there. They already put her in there with Rhea.
Yeah.
All right. So then bring up.
I'm pretty sure they could beat what they did.
bring up Raquel Gonzalez then.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, but I'm afraid that if they do, then she'll go fall by the wayside like the rest of them did. They get called up.
She can go to Impact with her boyfriend. Then
There you
Now-
go.
And then
Now y'all know I don't watch nothing but main roster WWE. Who is y'all talking about?
Raquel Gonzalez is a former NXT Women's Champion. She's like 6'1", and just like ridiculously strong. Like her finisher is literally a one-arm power bomb, but she's polished. Like she's ready.
Yeah, I'm a reserve opinion on her. I think I like if this is what I was thinking about. It was it has nothing to do with wrestling. It was an opinion of hers that I didn't agree with. But I want to make sure that that's the person I'm thinking of first.
Yeah, she was women's champion before. Who's the women's champion? Is that Liv Morgan or?
Yeah, it was Liv Morgan. No,
is
Mandy
it
Rose.
Morgan? No,
Mandy Rose.
Yeah, Mandy Rose.
Yeah,
Wait,
I hate
yeah.
that was another thing that could have made the women's rumble better just for Corey Graves' commentary. Boy, I watched the 2018 and 19 rumbles because of that. He slayed Stephanie, Beth, and Renee. Like have you ever even spoke to her? Like they don't even know. Like
Corey Graves is the closest thing to Bobby Heenan we've seen since then.
He really is this generation's Bobby Heenan. I was
telling
my girl that Carmella in a very good position because of Corey Graves, because like he go in for his woman, like who wouldn't? But you know what I mean. He's very good at it. Like I started liking Carmella after a while. Like man, is she really this good?
No,
I'm a Carmella fan though.
You know what I like about Carmella?
That don't surprise me none.
You know what I like about Carmella is her father.
I was about to say she's Paul Van Dale's daughter.
Right.
Buzzsaw.
Paul the Buzzsaw.
I'm a liker of hers off social media. Her and her husband have a podcast. I don't know why I couldn't think of Corey Graves that fast. They have a podcast that they do. It's called I can't even remember the name of it. But I watched that and it's like I see the other side of her. I like the person over the character is what I'm saying.
She's a local girl over here, man.
That's cool too. But,
I mean, and like that, she don't play that the whole most beautiful woman in the WWE at home. Like she be with straight, no makeup, looking.
Oh no,
like
she's Leah Vandale.
Yeah,
she's Leah Vandale, not Carmella.
Right, Matt and Leah. That's what it is. Matt and Leah. Man.
There you go. There's where you disagreed with her. And all right.
I can't read that comment. I can see it.
All right, I'll read it to you because you know what, reading is fundamental. It says Arthur Miles. Yeah, Raquel was happy with that little shooter dude that got off. Forgot his name.
No, I know what it is. I just didn't want to make it a political thing.
We're not going to.
I know what it is, but if y'all wanted me to say the situation, I would. But
no, we'll just leave it at that because we're not going to say that name, just like we don't say the red and yellow man's name.
Right, she's in that same boat with me off of that. That's why. Okay. That's why I have nothing to say about her.
That I didn't know.
Yeah,
I was unaware of that too.
See, I'll be on the social media side of it, bro. Y'all know everything in the ring, but it's like, man, like I don't hold them accountable for a lot, but some things it's like I just being who I am, I can't ignore.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
that I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah.
So I guess my next question is, what do we have to look forward to WrestleMania? We're on the road, so we got a lot of things coming up. We have Blood Money Elimination Chamber, which will set the field. But then comes my favorite part of like the whole like lead up to WrestleMania, and I hope you guys have a stake in this too. Would be
I've never
the Hall of Fame.
I was about to say I've never liked Fastlane, Dad. I've never.
No, I don't know.
I thought that's what you was about to say.
No.
Shit to me.
No.
All right, cool. Because you said
the Hall of Fame.
All right, yeah.
The Hall of Fame.
Have they announced anyone yet? Because I haven't heard anything.
They have not.
Other than the Miz and Maurice, I'm getting that from the Miz itself.
And somebody beat me to the punch in the comments. They said apparently Michelle McCool will be going to the Hall of Fame allegedly.
Yeah, they feel like the announce team said it by mistake, but that's because they know that she's going to be.
Know.
I can tell you who they're not about to call.
Oh,
Jeff Hardy.
Oh, Jeff. I mean, but Jeff was right. He didn't even fail the
Right,
test,
exactly,
man. You
yeah.
know what I
He
mean?
got concussed.
Yeah.
He
You know
got
what I mean? They
concussed.
could have handled that way better.
Right,
Chill
but
out.
they offered him the Hall of Fame, and he was like, "Nah."
It's like, no,
Man.
fuck off. Give me my tests.
At
Give
this
me my
point in
drug
his
results.
career, he can't take another suspicion of being on drugs. Like they really should have did everything.
They should have done their due diligence instead of just assume, and they didn't.
I mean, they should be glad he's not suing them. I mean, but I'm pretty sure he wants to leave that door open. Probably the reason why he's not. But
yeah, I mean,
like
I got a question
so many
for y'all,
times they hit.
what
I
you
got a
got?
question for y'all since we're talking Hall of Fame. Is this the year that we get Slick in the Hall of Fame?
It is in Texas. I wouldn't rule it out. The WrestleMania is in Dallas.
Yeah,
Slick is from Texas.
Is this the year we get Slick in the Hall of Fame? Because
We gotta get Slick in the Hall of Fame.
I'm ready to knock all of this shit over. If Slick does, it's time. I'm ready to kick all of this shit over.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Once we hear Jive Soul, bro, I'm gonna be able to hear you from Springfield.
Listen. The day that they announce it, I'm gonna have my shoes. Dan, you saw the shoes.
I saw the shoes. Let me tell. I'll throw the whole. I'll throw the whole back up, bro.
I'm gonna put it all back on.
Oh, dude, flour and everything. It's all coming back on. I'm right there with you.
I'm just gonna eat some Yardbird and watch him get inducted.
Exactly.
Well, we're gonna do that too, but I mean, yeah, we're gonna get all.
The second it's announced, I'm throwing it on for the service. As soon as he get done with his speech, I'm changing clothes.
I'm gonna go and hijack that hat that your father-in-law had on now too, just to top it off of my suit. Yeah, we're going all out.
Now I remember what I forgot something that was so funny to me in the men's Royal Rumble.
Go ahead.
No, not the men's Royal Rumble. It was off Raw, but that dude, I will not remember it if I don't say it. I love how the Miz pulled an Eddie on the Mysterios and got Ray kicked out.
Oh, when he
pretended like
Ray tripped him.
How you hit Dominic Mysterio, Ray Mysterio with an Eddie Guerrero move and get him kicked out then playing his son with the skull crushing from that. I like that was so awesome.
Like, yo, I don't even like the Miz, but that was great.
That was great.
That was great.
I was in the house dying, man.
Man, I saw that. I saw it again on Instagram. I was like, yo, did he really for real? That is some Eddie Guerrero shit right there.
Yeah.
And it made it sweeter on because of who he did it on.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
You know what I mean? That's Eddie getting revenge from the grave. One more time, you know what I mean?
Leave my son alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, I loved it.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one who thought that too. I'm like, well, isn't that Eddie's kid?
Yeah, I tried to explain it to Regina. I got zero reaction. Like, man, you don't even know how awesome this is. You don't even know what you're missing.
Okay, so you might have to go on to Peacock and get them old pay-per-views up so that you can see the Dominic Mysterio on a pole match or whatever it was.
Woo!
It was great, but I mean, we got a lot to look forward to. But I mean, Hall of Fame. I mean, I honestly think that the headliner will be The Undertaker.
If McCool going in, that definitely would make sense.
It would make sense.
Like, look, I'm not gonna make 2 more WrestleMania trips. You put us in together so I can sit my ass home next year, or you gonna have to wait till y'all come to Houston or something.
Yeah, I mean, but I think this might be the year that
it needs to be. It really needs to be. It should have been. I'm mad at him because it wasn't already. But that head fake in Orlando, leaving all the stuff in the ring. He probably whooped my ass now, so I ain't gonna say that. But that wasn't cool though. That was not cool. And I feel like you should have been in years ago. But if it's his turn, he'd be another one. Of course, he'd be another one I'd like to see go in. I joke, but I'm dead ass serious about Slick getting into the Hall of Fame.
Oh no, man! I'm right there with you because he's like the only one missing.
I love Slick, man. Yeah. Hall of Fame is from the memories, bro, and I got too many with Slick.
He's like the only one missing from that era.
But no, he's not because a lot
Fuji's
of people
in.
involved in that class X that class action suit, and that's really
No, I meant like manager wise. He's the only manager from that era.
That's true. Yeah, that's
You know,
Jimmy Hart's
in.
Frenchie, I don't think Frenchie might be in. I don't
Frenchie
know.
got in on a veterans.
Okay, but I mean, in there is in there. Either way, he's there. You know, but yeah, like and just the selection of people right now is super slim because everybody's involved in that class action suit. And you know how petty Vince is.
Yeah, because Demolition isn't in yet either.
Nope.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of people. One Man Gang ain't in.
Oh man.
Even though he'd probably be inducted under Akeem, so Vince can make him look like a fucking idiot one last time. But
even though the gang was the finalist in WrestleMania 5.
He was the
not the final, semi-finalist. My bad. Yeah,
he was runner-up in the first Royal Rumble, and he was a semi-finalist in the tournament. Since he owns WCW's rights, he was a United States champion by accident, but he was still the United States champion.
Still the United States champion.
He wasn't supposed to be, but I think somebody got hurt and they had to put the belt on him. But I mean, he was a contribution, man. Like he was involved in the first Survivor Series. He main evented 2 Survivor Series matches. Like
he did.
87 and the first 2. He One Man Gang 1 year, and I came the next year. So. Like he deserves it, but I think he's on that list of people involved in that class action suit too. So it's like, what direction do you go in? Like, who's left?
Yeah,
that's really the question. Like,
and then you got people turning it down. Yeah. Turning it down. Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, it could end up being a weak class other than Taker going in.
Exactly, and you really don't want to put him in. Like, you want to put him in with some names. Like, you want his class to be as memorable as like. Give me one. When I'd say like the year Austin went in, I think his class was pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
When Flair finally went in, he had a pretty solid class. But just groups like that, you don't want to put Taker in there, and then you end up inducting like Duke the Dumpster Drosy and the Godwins. You know what I'm saying, or something like that, or
you're right.
I
don't know if Vince has any ownership over World Class. That's something I'll have to get. Well, I'm gonna have to get back to you on.
Yeah, I have no clue. It wouldn't surprise me if he at least owned their library because they own the network. I don't know. But if that's the case, then where do you go there?
Well, wait a minute. Yeah, I think they do own the library because they did a whole thing on the rise and fall of World Class.
Yeah. So they do own the library. So I mean, you could select from there too. But then again, who would you select? Like, you got to find somebody to represent Gino Hernandez. Like Rick Rude is in already. I think all of the Von Erichs that you can put in already are possibly in already.
They put in the Von Erichs all at once.
As a family. Yeah. So what direction do you go in from there?
That was awesome.
Yeah, but
inducting family names, like just the Briscoes, right. Stuff like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can think of a few people that could go in. I mean, obviously he owns WCW. Why wouldn't you just throw Magnum TA in there?
You
could. I mean,
when is Vince going in?
He's not.
Wait for that to be post-ominous?
Yeah, he doesn't want to be.
He don't want to be, and I don't really. He don't necessarily need to be either. He ain't. I mean,
they'll do it when he's gone,
or force it on him. And
well, if he don't want it, definitely.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they'll do him the same way they did his father.
My whole suggestion is just off giving the man his flowers. You know what I mean?
He's too busy pissing people off right now. Terry Taylor would go in
as the Rooster
Hall of Fame as the Red Rooster.
Rooster.
Then if you do that, then you would have to open up a whole jobber wing for the Hall of Fame, which I'm still pushing for. I need to catch homie that came into the job, the cameraman, and see if he could put bugs. So let's get a jobber and an actual museum one day.
I want a brick and mortar museum. Yeah,
we gonna get the Brawler in there.
Yeah, Brawler, Gilbert. No, hell no, New Jack ain't going to
Paul Van the
Yeah,
Buzzsaw, Paul Van Dale, Jobber
you
to the
could.
Stars.
Exactly. Yep. You could have a whole
Brady
Dusty
Boone.
Wolf. You put my man Dusty Wolf in there too.
Iron Mike. Yep.
James Ellsworth. All of that.
Ooh.
What you guys think about
Jim
thinking
Pines.
about Xavier Woods' current King of the Ring run? I mean, yeah, King of the Ring run. I know he injured, but it's like
Can't think much of it if he ain't on TV.
Yeah. I mean,
You
even
know.
before that, man, Roman punched the crown off his head, man.
I was there when he tore the crown up. I was sitting 6 rows from Michael Cole's ball spot. I was there. Watching Pat McAfee dance on the table to Shinsuke Nakamura. I was there when they tore the whole setup up, and yes, I was right there. And they had a dark match at the end of the show. It was
right.
great.
I just seen Zelina take her first L like a week ago. Like before that,
You mean Lord Farquaad?
Woods was just losing. He's
not really.
What is the point of being king? They could have just left it on Shinsuke if they was gonna treat it like this.
Pretty much.
Or have somebody else win the tournament.
But then again, when you're King of the Ring lately, that doesn't really hold much weight.
That's not nothing.
They need to do something with it. Like like Queen of the Ring, that power should be just basically what Sonya Deville doing.
Absolutely not. You competed to win the crown. Compete and hold your spot. Like
how about this?
This is the first one that they did. So I'm cool with the booking of Zelina right now. She's Queen of the Ring / tag team champion. So this is since they don't have no secondary women's title, this is your small push. Are you able to carry? Right. Are you able to be a title holder and be responsible for what a title holder is responsible for? Because everybody knows that they're not one, they're awarded.
Now somebody brought this up because those tournaments happened before Survivor Series. Why not have the King and Queen of the Ring captain the team respectively? They get to pick their teams.
Yeah, you could do that too. But then again, because
that someone brought it up. I forgot who. But
no, I mean that would be a good idea if it wasn't. If the show wasn't brand based, like if the rosters was just if there was no brand split and you can just pick for who, then maybe it would make it more interesting. But having your best 5 from this show and your best 5 from that show, that's getting old. That's not working. That's really not working. I mean, the NBA stopped doing East versus West. they letting you play a pickup game now. So why not? Why not?
All right, guys. Well, time flies when we're having fun. It's already been an hour. Or it's already.
It don't even seem like it.
I know it doesn't even
got so much to talk about.
We still got a lot to talk about, but you know what? We have a whole nother week. We have a whole nother week to think about things we need that we will bring up. And remember, guys, I gotta go here again because I can't not share this as many times as I possibly can because we have to. Oh, let's get this out of the way before we hang it up. Let's get this out of the way before we hang it up.
Yes, the Cleopatras. Yes.
The Cleopatras. That's right.
Yes, they are no longer going to be called Cleos.
They are now Cleopatras.
Government names in 2022. They're going government names. So,
yeah.
Government Cleos. Y'all must be. I don't know. Y'all must be in the wrong group.
No, we are now. We've upgraded to Cleopatras now because
we are officially official.
We are so sophisticated. So, but what I really wanted to do was that one, guys. Remember,
that one too. Yep,
that one did this one especially.
Like and subscribe.
That's the most important one down there.
Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your girlfriends. Tell your friends' girlfriends, guys.
Tell people you don't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
You like wrestling? Watch the show.
Watch this show. Wednesday nights, 9 Eastern, 9:05 Eastern.
9:05 on TBS.
Yes.
No, we're not on TBS. I'm kidding. We're not on TBS.
Not yet.
We are on YouTube though. We are on YouTube. Yo, that would be dope. Like if somebody would notice us and if we get to do like a live stream of a match on like Dynamite or have us on Friday.
Tony Khan, call me.
What's up, Brian Thomas? I know you know where Tony Khan be at. Yeah, I almost wore. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna wear my acknowledge me shirt for the squad next week. I might even do a whole show with a belt over my shoulder this season. I don't know.
Well, you will be healing it, guys. But you know what?
Season.
All season.
All season.
Exactly. It's going to be a season of first. I have a whole lot of new toys to play with in this updated version of our streaming app. So just be prepared. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to get right back into this. It's been far too long. And you know what, guys? I am glad it feels good to be back. It's like riding a bike. It's like we never left.
Oh, most definitely. I always got something to say because I don't have a wife or a girlfriend that watch wrestling. Shit, anytime y'all need me on, I'm on if I ain't working. Which
hey, man.
Generally ain't on Wednesday nights. So like anytime.
And that's why we played it for Wednesday nights. All right, here we go. There it is. There it is. I knew that was going to be, if we're going to have an acknowledge me hashtag.
All five of y'all?
All five of you.
all five of y'all? I mean, y'all there, though. It ain't like y'all not there, but it is.
I acknowledge you, ladies. I want zero smoke.
I know, me neither, because one of them sleep in the bed next to me, so I ain't really trying. One at 5 sleep in the bed next to me.
One of them tag my girl on Facebook every time I post something.
All the time, yeah. Trying to get you.
All right, guys. Any closing thoughts before we? Any closing thoughts before we call it a night? Anything?
Go leader.
No leader. No leader.
Did you just say Doritos?
No, you said go
I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
That's my
I'm a leader fan. I don't see her winning it or carrying it to WrestleMania, but I want to see her actually put on a good match. Just one more time. That's it. But nah, we good with part-timers. I am the same age as these people I'm seeing going out there, and I know how I feel. I know they can't feel any better. They've been doing it for 30 years. Stop. Their speed ain't even up there anymore.
No, not at all.
Oh, yeah. And I think Montez is being held back with the Street Profits.
That's right. I agree. It's time to throw Dawkins through a barbershop window.
Yeah.
It's
I got nothing against his partner, but it's like that boy is ready. Like he got all the tools. And he ain't gonna that jump off the top rope ain't gonna get no higher after a while. Like
I don't know.
How old is he?
32.
30. Nah, it ain't gonna get no higher. He in his prime now. You know what I mean? If you told me he was 22, I was like he's gonna get higher.
No,
RVD can get up there at 40, but then again he's herbally supplemented. So
exactly. RVD get a different kind of high. So.
And until I met Montez, I gave the Frog Splash title to D-Lo.
Yeah.
Until I met Montez, and I saw man. I mean, it's not even just the hit; it's the sell after he hit it.
Yeah, so
it's like all
do a full handstand, and he know
ridiculous.
That's
like he's probably, I don't know, at selling he's probably the best we've seen since Dolph.
Yeah. Oh, and since we didn't get a Kofi moment, like no, was that the Royal Rumble? Man, my memory be lapsing over me. But that Superman frontwards flip he did over the top rope, landing on the Mysterios, awesome. Like that boy is that's Kofi type stuff. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Kofi been jumping over the top ropes, doing stuff for years, but like that right there, I liked it. That
Montez from the crib too. All right, so.
Mm-hmm.
He's from the crib too. I don't know if he's from my South or West, but he's from the crib too. So
you know it's crazy. I know somebody that look and act just like Montez, and someone that look and act just like his partner in the hood. It's always went on like that.
That's right.
Like I don't know nobody that act like Crime Time, but I know two athletic cats that act like Street Profits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just cool athletic dudes. They both hoop.
And they're from Harvey, Illinois. I got you.
Oh no,
one of them is, the other one's from Chicago.
Right, Montez is actually from Chicago. He ain't like Jason Jordan. He ain't from
No, Coco Kurt isn't from Chicago. We know that. We know that. But all right, gentlemen, if that's all we got, it looks like the final bell has rung on us for the evening. We'll do it again next week, guys. Remember, come on out here next week, same time. Here we go, 9:05 Eastern, 8:05 Central, right here on YouTube and exclusively on Wrestling Period. So, for William and Arthur, until next week, guys, I'm Dan. Dig it. See ya.
Come get this heel work.